The reason anyone is broke in the Western world today is because they are one of three things. They are either lazy, they are arrogant, or they are stupid. If you're broke, you are one of those three things. I don't care what excuse you try and give me, you're gonna have to choose which one you are. Because if you're none of those three things, it's impossible to remain poor. There is so much money in the world. I want you to, when you drive down a street, go to London, drive down a street. Every building's worth what? 20 million, 50 million, 100 million. Someone owns all this shit, right? People own all of this. There's so much money in the world. During COVID, when everyone's complaining that they went broke, you would not believe the amount of money I made. The amount of money that's traveling around and floating around the planet is ridiculous. We're talking about inflation being out of control. It's because they're printing trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. It has to go somewhere. Now, they try their very best to keep it amongst the elites, and they do that. But if you're anywhere near the elite, you get money. If there's a rainstorm, all you have to do is walk outside, you're gonna get wet. The difference between me and everyone else is I know where the door is to walk outside. Everyone else is just floundering around in a room, looking on the floor for pennies, like a jackass. There's so much money. It's so easy to make money in the world today. It truly is. I don't think you need to be smart to make money. I really don't think you need to be that intelligent to make money. I think less than 5% of the population is too stupid to make money. All they needed is a phone. Everyone has a phone and time. Do you have a phone and some time? Yes. Are you a lazy jackass? No. Okay, then you can be rich. You can have a Ferrari. What the f*** are you waiting for? Do you know how TikTok works? Are you too stupid to upload a TikTok video? No. Then you can make money. Are you too stupid to upload a YouTube video? No, then you can make money. Are you too stupid to, even if you can't do it yourself, to go on Fiverr and get someone to edit a video that you can put on your channel? No one's too stupid to make money. I believe 99.9% of the people I've interacted with in my life are lazy. They come up with bullshit like work-life balance and, well, there's no point working if you don't enjoy yourself and all this other fucking shit, and they remain lazy. And the problem is that the world we live in is player versus player. If you go play Call of Duty, right? You want to live, you got to kill that guy. He's some fucking 14-year-old in Singapore. Don't care. Sniped. You're gone. That's how it works. Yeah. Now, I would like to believe in a world where you don't have to wake up and think about the money, where you don't have to wake up and think about the bag. You don't have to wake up and think, how do I get paid? Where instead you could wake up and think, I want to enjoy my time. I want to spend time with my family, et cetera, et cetera. But the problem is it's player versus player. There are sharks in the ocean. If you want to stay a fish, you're going to fucking lose. There are people like me who wake up and think, I want more. I already have everything I could ever think of. I already have enough money to buy everything I could ever dream of. I can't even think of anything on the planet I want. Don't care. My entire life is work. And when I say that, people think that's depressing. No, it's not. It's not depressing. I love it. Every single thing I do is work. When I go to the gym, it's so I'm in fantastic shape, so I can call everyone a brokey, and they don't want to come up to me on the street because they know I'll come up. Work. When I come here and do a podcast and have a nice conversation with you gentlemen, work. I'm making money in between, work. All work. Life is work. Existence is work. If I'm awake, I'm working. Every single thing I do is conscious. It's all done on purpose. Smart work or intelligent work is something that most people use to hide and disguise their laziness. And I'll tell you why. Because if you're not a lazy individual, the first thing you do is you dedicate your entire life to work. Like I just said, every gym session I go to is work. Every car I drive is work. I'll film it. I'll use it, whatever it is. Every single thing I do inside of my existence is work. Once I've used all of my human time, every single waking second of every single day, and I now have a pile of work I can no longer complete. And then I go, okay, I've been awake for 17 hours and my work isn't finished. I need to find a more efficient way to get my work done. But until all of your time is used, smart and efficient is a disguise for laziness. It's bollocks. You don't need to be smart or efficient. You need to work. I understand work-life balance. I understand some people want to rest, blah, blah. I get that shit. But there are people like me who are born to work. We're born to conquer, and you have to compete against us and you're going to lose. Because we have networks. We have people who work for me. I have 1,000 people who work for me. And all I do is work. And all they do is work. All we do is fucking work. You can't beat me. That's because I'm a workhorse. So most people are lazy. So if you're going to sit there and you're going to look at me and you're looking at my 27 supercars and go, I'd really like that. If you'd really like that, you need to understand that every waking second you need to be working. Because most people who come to me and say, oh, I'd love to be rich. No, you wouldn't. Because if you'd love to be rich, you'd be working. Now the people will say, well, I don't know what to work on. That's another lie. Now, how much you care about something is directly correlated to how much work you find to do. If you truly love a coin, you can polish it forever. You can find work to do. If you sit there and go, oh, my work's done, then you haven't tried to find work. I'm a carpenter and I finished my work. Then go drop leaflets about carpentry. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to stay home. Then you don't want to be rich. So you can find work to do in any sphere. You have to find more work to do. Now, if you truly can't find more work to do, I don't believe that's a thing. I believe that's just an excuse for laziness, right? You can always find some more work to do. Most people are lazy. The second thing that the people suffer from is arrogance. And the reason people are arrogant is because every single individual, especially men, we're born with we have an ego. And I think the ego is a very important thing. If you read any of the modern bullshit that is pumped out by the Matrix, they say, you must get rid of your ego. You must remove your ego. That's the Matrix trying to program us all to be slaves. If someone has an ego, they are full of pride. And if you're full of pride, you do a good job. If you are proud of yourself, if you're proud of your body, you're going to have a good body. If you're proud of your work, you're going to do good work. If you're proud of the things you say, you're going to make sure the things you say are intellectual and well thought through, right? So they try and tell you to have no ego, to remove your pride so that you'll accept the programming from the Matrix. They want to make sure that you're an empty vessel. They can just insert their programming. So you need to have an ego. And the ego can either be your best friend or your enemy. An ego you work hard to justify is a superpower. An ego that you have without justification is here to hinder you. So I'll give you an example of me. I've always had an ego, but I realized that I was full of shit having an ego if I wasn't actually a capable fighter who was rich as fuck with a dangerous world-class network. I realized that having an ego without those things was just bollocks. So I had 87 professional fights and I made $100 million. And now I get to have my ego justified and I get to sit here on podcasts and talk with confidence because I've justified my ego. I knew what I wanted to be and I justified it. If you have an ego and go, well, I don't have those things, but I don't need those things, then you're fucked. So that is the plague. So if you're working your 9 to 5, you need to look in the mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. Look deep in your own eyes and work out which one you truly are. Am I fucking stupid? Well, I don't think I'm stupid. No, I'm not stupid because everything Andrew said made sense. Okay. Am I lazy? I guess a little bit. Am I arrogant? Work out which one it is and fucking fix it. Blink and cure your brain. You should feel genuinely worried about wasting a single second because you can't let the winners keep dunking on you. I've spoken at length about how the world is getting harder and harder. There are people out there in the world who are going to try hard to change that dynamic because they don't believe they can ever be rich. There are people who are going to sit and say, I don't want the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer because I'm poor. And there's other people who sit and say, I like this challenge because now if I get rich, I get richer. Winners think, I have no problem with the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer because I'm going to be one of the rich ones. Losers think, no, we need to spread it all out. If you accept the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer, then you need to be prepared to do whatever it takes to win the game. Just like a video game. The greater the difficulty, the larger the high score at the end. I mean, you should try every day anyway. But let's assume you're the kind of person who can't try every day because you don't have that grit and consistency. If you're not going to pull your finger out now and finally try in these few days, when are you going to try? When are better chances going to come? Because they're actually right in front of you. This is a huge, important period in your life when it comes to your success and your finances. If you're not going to try now, when are you going to try?
Life is very valuable, ladies and gentlemen. Time is very valuable. You've got to decide to do what you can right now and don't delay. Do you know there are people who put more emphasis and more energy into a sporting event or dancing or entertainment than they do on their dreams? So you want to begin to get your priorities in order. Ask yourself the question, what I'm doing right now, is it nourishing me? Does it empower me? Is it making me stretch mentally and emotionally and spiritually? See, this is the only life you've got. So you don't want to squander it doing something you don't want to do, feeling you can't do any better. You can do better.
Another key is learning to separate majors from minors. Making sure you don't spend major time on minor things. Little phrase I have says, don't mistake movement for achievement. Because it's easy to haul out the trash and get the car washed, take the kids to school. I mean, it's easy to stay busy, right? You got to keep your mind concentrated. Beware of the telephone, a useful tool, but it can also get you into trouble. I can just let the phone ring, but some people can't do that, right? I've had people over at my house, my phone rings. They say, aren't you going to answer your phone? I say, no, we're having lunch or whatever, right? So you got to answer your phone. I said, no, you don't. Come on.
99% of the time people message my phone, they're asking for something. And I don't think people realize how annoying that is. And then you're the bad guy if you don't give it to them. If you give it to them once and not a second time, you're bad. And it's not even just money. We can talk about anything. We talk about time. You know, it's amazing. Maybe about 45 people a day
Imagine this, 45 people every single day message me. Have you got a quick 10 minutes? If I had a quick 10 minutes for 45 people a day, I wouldn't have, my day's over. I don't have a quick 10 minutes. No, I cannot take a quick 5-minute phone call. No, we cannot have a quick meeting. And when you say no, they're like, it's only 5 minutes. They're so offended, not understanding that everyone's trying to get that out of me. And the answer is no. I don't think people even realize that they're asking for things. They'll call me twice, I won't answer. Call me when you can. To me, that's a request. Calls give me anxiety. I don't like phone calls. You message me and I'll read it and I'll decide if I want to reply on my time frame. And if it's really that important, you can voice note me and I'll listen if I decide, and I'll put it on 2x speed and it better be less than 30 seconds. You don't get to just call me and decide when I have to pick up my phone. I don't work for you. I don't answer calls ever. If you call my phone, it's unanswered. Then you have to explain to me what you called about. I tell all my women, if you call me, it's an emergency. If you call me, someone's breaking in the house. If I ever answer the phone to you and it was, oh, hey, how are you? The fuck? I'm fucking fine. Why are you calling me? Just message me. Everyone's trying to chip away at me, little by little. Everyone wants 5 minutes with me here, 5 minutes with me there. And if I wasn't in this position, I would still want to be in this position because you want to be important. And when you're important, this is what happens. But when a woman is like, why are you so mad? I just love you. I just want to see you. To her, it's like, I love this man. I just want to see him. What's his problem? And to me, it's like, stop demanding my attention and time. I don't have it. And then she's like, oh, but you don't have attention and time for me, but you have attention and time for, and then the list. It's like, yeah, correct. Because I have attention and time for all those things because that made me into the man who you want attention and time from. It's kind of weird when you're truly at the tip top of life. Everyone's semi-mad at you all the time. Semi-disappointed or upset with you because you're not doing exactly what they want you to do. And it's weird. You have all these people who are semi-mad at you who, in one way or another, you're working with or supporting or paying for. And you're just at the top of this pyramid and everyone's complaining and spending your cash. You're just sitting like, what the fuck? How did I end up here? I think it's the masculine imperative to become as important as possible. I mean, isn't that what built the whole world? We're all trying to become as important as possible and do the most amazing things we've ever done. And that's what built the planet. The female imperative is different. I think the female imperative is more inward looking. I want to be happy. The masculine imperative is I have to go and prove myself to the world. I mean, this is a cost of success. I'm not complaining in any regard. It's just the way it goes. The more influential you become and the more financially affluent you become and the more important you become, the more people are going to be trying to get some of your time, some of your energy, some of your money. I mean, since I've been in Dubai, I've been here nearly a month and a half now. I will say I have not had a single day off. For me, it's more, I can't take the L. I can't take the anxiety of not doing things that must be done. That's just how I am. That's why I'm successful. I can't have unread emails. Some people can have unread emails and they can just go to sleep. If there's a meeting and it's 99% bullshit, 99% a waste of my time, but 1% it's not, I have to go. Otherwise, skipping the meeting, I don't actually get to gain any more time because I'm spending all that time thinking about that meeting I could have gone to. And everyone says to me, you need to calm down, you need to chill out, you have enough money or whatever, or you need to take care of yourself, you need to relax. But the people who can do those things don't ever end up in this position. If you're a man and you're not trying to become rich and powerful, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your time. If you're a man and you're not motivated to do anything it takes to get into the winner's circle, the main characters, if you're not dedicated, you don't have the motivation, if you're not prepared to do whatever it takes to get to the top, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life.
The boredom of normalcy and the numbness of mediocrity stiffens your passions. I was so sick of myself. I was so bored in my life, man. I was so tired of being mediocre. I was mediocre because I wasn't doing the things to be exceptional. Going door to door selling life insurance at a debit company. You ever say to yourself, man, it's got to be more to my life than this? If you've ever said that, that's because it is. If normal is getting on your nerves, then you got to change something. Because that shit get on your nerves, man. Being mediocre was driving me crazy. Poverty, I was sick of it. I ain't trying to be preachy or nothing, but that pushed me towards my faith. Because I had lost my faith, man. I thought God wasn't listening. He was listening. I just wasn't asking for nothing.